Hello my boys, good morning. So I arrived from my kitchen with my coffee again, because this is a price checking guide video. A lot of guys ask me how to price check their items, especially the rares. So they found various good looking rares in their maps, and they want to know how to price check them so they can get a proper price so they can make money. Price checking items is essential in this game, especially if you're new to Path of Exile. Have no fear, PoE guy will help you. So let's start first with the most important part, which is the price checkers. Let's go here. We actually have two programs that have been released, which is the PoE overlay here. This is the one that I'm currently using, and this one, SIDEKICK. I tried SIDEKICK, but for some reason it keeps crashing. Crashes, and that's why I will not use SIDEKICK in this video. I will use PoE overlay too, which also comes with a trade helper. I like it. It's okay. It's okay to use for now. Maybe they will add more in the future. But I need to stress here, if you're going with SIDEKICK, once you download this thing and you start to open it, you will get a security warning from Windows. They say that this is safe. You may get a security warning when running this software. All the code and repositories are public. You can open the downloaded SIDEKICK application file with Notepad and confirm the path. So they say that it's actually safe, so don't be alarmed. I installed this thing on my computer. What I need to tell you here that it's also important to run it in windowed or windowed full screen, as this price checker will not work. And to price check items, you will press Ctrl D. But for PoE overlay here, I will press Alt E. These are the hotkeys for these price checkers. So this is the one that I will use in this video. I need to remember you that you have them here in the Guild Discord server. So here I list all the available price checkers as they get posted. Yeah, so if you want to take a look, good. If you don't want to take a look, also good. So let's start it. Good. Let's start with the basics. In order to price check with PoE overlay, you select an item and you press Alt E. You open this interface, then you press search here. Yeah? And here you get an idea. So if you drop a divine orb, you will see that the price it's around 28. Now, why I say 28 and not 1 or 4? In Path of Exile, we have a thing called price fixers. So these are guys that will list very low certain items in order to fool new players to sell them cheap, and they will snatch them. So if you see price discrepancy from 1 and 28, you ignore the first ones. So these are price fixers to scam new players. So the real price is in this area. Yeah? These are price fixers and should be ignored. This is a noob trap. Okay, let's take another example. Yeah, this is a fast example. Let's price this one, Orb of Annulment. You see, you have the price here. 2, 3, depends. If you want to sell it fast, for 2 it will sell instantly. Another example. Here is the easy way. 1.5, this is the normal price. You see a lot of listings for 1.5 and few ones that have 1, 1.4. Yeah, so you try to avoid the first listings. Usually these are price fixers. And here I prepared the tab where we will do more complex things. Yeah, because we want to price check our rares. This is the idea. Now again, Alt E for normal items. You see, even for the uniques it's easy. So you had one exalted orb, but for the uniques it's very easy. Most of the uniques are cheap. You need to remember this. In Path of Exile, even in Path of Exile 2, the majority of the uniques are cheap. To price check, you put here, and you don't need to worry about the rolls for the uniques. You just want to get an idea if the unique is expensive or not. So if you drop a unique, you don't worry about this box. You just click search to see the overall price. If you see one exalted orb, means that the unique is cheap. At the moment, the market is still solidifying and people are not sure on the prices. But usually when you see one exalted orb, it means it's very common and cheap. Here another example, the shield, you just click search. One exalted, this is a common unique, nothing expensive. Here we have a staff, search. Oh, what I did. What do you know? One exalted orb search. Here is something more advanced, yeah, that you will get used to it. Here it's another unique, I will click search. You see, 2 free exalted orb, but actually the rolls matter for some of these cheap uniques. For example here, this is a helmet that you can see at the first glance is 2 free exalted orbs, but actually if you have better rolls, let me demonstrate. So here, your strength was higher. You see it starts 10, 14, so this is a good example where the rolls matter. Let's say if this was perfect, you drop this helmet and it was perfect. Let's see the price now. 200 exalted orbs. So a lot of new players might pay a closer look to the rolls also. If you look here the prices. If the item when you first price check it is more than 1 exalted orbs, like in this example, you see 2 free, it's a good indication that this item might see uses in some builds. And then you might consider looking at the rolls. and you look at the rolls and you might find something expensive. Look, this can be expensive. Okay, my boy, so the uniques are easy to price check. The rest of the items are also easy to price check. Now let's talk about the rares, because a lot of boys have a problem with rares. Price checking rares is actually more advanced in Path of Exile, and it also plays the role with the player experience. But in this video I will try to give you a quick formula in order to price check the rares. So let's start it. I will give you the formula I thought all night. So the formula is as follows. You look for the essential modifiers, the modifiers that are most wanted, for example for chest pieces here. Which are the most wanted modifiers? Of course, especially now we want life and resistances. These are the most wanted. So we want to here select the life and the resistances. You don't select everything and you search like this. Okay, so this is the base. Then what's more important than this armor? The evasion rating. It has a very high evasion rating. It's not like 200, 300, it's actually more than 800. And you also put it this. So you focus on the essential modifiers. Now you don't stop here. Maybe you start thinking, maybe it's morning and few people are online listing their items. Maybe actually this is much more cheaper than what you see here. Or maybe they have extra added modifiers that are very strong. So I will start lowering the life. You start lowering the other rolls. So more appear. Now I see more listings. Let's lower also the evasion. Not much, little. Just to get more listings, to get now we were talking. So what I'm seeing here, that 5, 12. So this is the range. And you make an idea, make from 6 to 12 and you make it in the middle. So this is around 9 Exalted Orbs. This is the price check. Let's take another example. You drop this in your maps and you want to see if it's good. First of all, when you identify it, you check if it looks good. If it's trash, there's no reason to price check it. But here you have to maximum cold resistance and game just launched. And maybe you don't know if this modifier has value. You select just this modifier first and you search it, because this is the essential modifiers. You see one Exalted Orb, this is a sign that it's common. Then you also want to put the resistances, because who knows, still cheap. This means that this shield is not expensive. Actually, it's less than one Exalted Orbs. Let's take the next example, or let's take the example for example. Again, first thing that you need to do, you need to spot the essential modifiers, which are the following. Life, because it has good rolls. If life had a small roll like 20, for example, you wouldn't pick it. You pick it just if it's essential and also with good rolls. Physical damage to attack is also essential. Melee skills is also essential for the gloves. And also we will take dexterity next. But let's start with this base. No results. What happens now? We will disable something if it's no result. Now we should have more results like this. It's expensive because physical damage here is high roll and a lot of builds need it. Yeah. And let's do it like this then. Maximum life, melee skills and dexterity, and we search like this. You don't put all the modifiers because you'll have no results. Also, now it's morning, so fewer listings on the trade website. Ideally, you want to do it in the evening when there are a lot of people online. Let's search like this with melee skills and physical damage to attacks. Good. So based on what I've seen so far, just from maximum life and physical damage to attacks, you see 30, 50. You can pay with the rolls, so you put lower roll. Now let's put 20. You see more appear. So now it's around 10. Don't look at the first ones. So usually either they are price pickers or they suck at price checking and they put expensive items for cheap. So I will ignore this one. So it's around 10 with just these two modifiers. But I keep in mind that mine has also slightly better rolls on the physical. So mine it's actually 12, 14. But also has melee skills mine. So what I will do, I will enable this. And we'll search again. No results. Let's try to lower the life roll. You see, I'm playing with these rolls here. Let's try to when I'm lowering this, I'm keeping in mind that mine is better. Okay, so mine has actually 23 here. More life. Good, and also with dexterity here. It's nice. No results. Sure, no problem. I will disable something. And I play with this until I make an idea overall of the price. So based on what I've seen so far, and I know that I actually have here much more DPS, I can say you safely that these gloves are around 28 or 30, because also has the corruption. Oh, it gets better. So here I use the Valor and actually got a decent corruption that breaks armor. It's actually more expensive. Look, here is the corruption. This is even more advanced, might confuse a lot of players. So first you should stick just to the normal explicit. Ignore the corruptions. This is around 30 exalted orbs without the corruption. I will leave it like this. Let's take another example. So you drop these gloves and you want to know the price. You start with the essential modifiers, which is this life and resistance and physical damage because it's wanted by a lot of builds. And you search. So you get an idea, it's around 3-5 just with these modifiers. Now you can try also to pick more, but you will have less listings. Yeah, you want to see more than one, so you get a better general idea. Let's put here, lower the rolls. So the second step is lowering the rolls, so more appear. Yeah? Also has some lighting damage, mana. So this is around, let me think. Yeah, this is around 10, 9-10 exalted orbs. You don't want to be a fixed price. So you will not get a 100% accurate price, just an estimate. So you know if it's very expensive, if it's sellable, or a price where you can list it for. Yeah, for example, I can list it for 30, this I can list it for 10. And if they don't sell, another tip, if they don't sell in 1-2 days, you will lower the price slightly, no problem. But you need a starting price, yeah? Let's take this amulet here, another one. Essential modifiers, which are this. Mana has good roll, I will take it. Some energy shield. Let's start with these ones. This 3. Okay, so this is 3-4. Now intelligence, you see, if it's very low roll, I won't take it as essential. If it had a big intelligence chunk, I would take it. Let's take this one, Recoup. Looks interesting, you know? Also has some strength. No. When you see something more expensive like this, means that that amulet has other modifiers, much more better, or better rolls here. Instead of 100 maximum life, it says 150. But you can even open the Path of Exile website here, and you take a closer look. Okay, let's see. Why are they expensive? Has spirit. Some of them are new players and don't know how to price check properly, and they put overpriced cheat. Look here. This one is 85 exalted orb because it has this line here, level of projectile skills and good strength here, you see? That's why it's expensive. Let's close it. So you can even go to the website by clicking this link and compare. Good. So based on what I've seen this far, this is around 7-6 exalted orbs. This will be my starting price. Let's take another example now, for the boots. I need to stress that you need to get used to the best modifiers for each item. For example, for the boots, the best modifier is movement speed. The higher the movement speed you have on the boots, the more expensive it will get. So on the boots, usually to be expensive, you want a good life roll, good movement speed, and some resistances. But sadly, these boots don't have movement speed, but they have good resistances. So I will start like this first. This will be my base. Okay, 2, 3. Then I will put another one, but I will get fewer listings. 5, 18. So this is around 10 with what I have. Also I have some mana. Yeah, based on what I've seen so far, these boots are 10 exalted orbs. Yeah, if they had also movement speed, it would be much more expensive. Now, I have a bow here. Look here, a quick way to price check bows, especially physical damage. So this is a physical damage bow. The quickest way to price check, you just put here the physical DPS, you select it, and if it has a special implicit, for example here, bow attack financial, this is all that you need to do for weapons, some of the weapons which are physical, and now you get a price check. So based on what I'm seeing here, 42, 25, so this bow here, it's around 32, 35 exalted orbs, yeah? Then let's do it now the normal way, which we will select the essential modifiers. Which are the essential modifiers? Attack speed, elemental damage with attacks, and the implicit. And now we searched. No results, you see? Let's disable this one. We try again. Again, you see? 30, 50. I told you around 35 is the price. Now let's inspect my items here so you get a better understanding. Let's take these boots. As I explained, for the boots to be expensive, they need movement speed. Mine has 35 movement speed, so it's an essential modifier. Then you start with the life and the resistance. And you say, these are all the essential modifiers here. No results, because these are great boots, that's why. Great boots, expensive, that's why no results. It's not easy to get it like this. It's actually more than this because it has 2 sockets. You see? Usually for the boots you have 1 socket, but I applied the valor, but now it got 2. Yeah, because it has 2 sockets and some decent evasion rating here, because more than 100, more than 200, and it's just a dexterity base. This is actually around 80 exalted orbs. But let's take it again and lower the movement speed and see what happens. So you drop it with 30 movement speed, let's say. Now you will see much more listings because this is more common. Based on what you see here, you make an idea. I would price check it. You look at the first listing, not only at the first, because usually the first can be a new player. As a matter of fact, I can snatch it. Let's see what it has. This guy here. So it's corrupted. I cannot modify it further. It has good life, good movement speed. It's an energy shield base with int. Okay, so this one has movement speed here. Decent life, decent mana, freeze duration, item level 81 with armor. This is cheap actually. This is cheap. Decent, you can upgrade it. Here you put a resistance, you can also put some resistance in the boot. You put some rune. You can even flip it. You take it and you sell it for 20. That's why if you get better to price checking, you can flip items for profit. Okay, I will do it now. So this one, I will list it 25. 20 or 25 and I make slight profit. So the better you get at price checking, the richer you will become. You will get also better at flipping items. Not only listing items, you flip for profit. These are great boots. Armor based also, and there are a lot of warriors. You know, when a new player starts Path of Exile, usually he makes warriors. Don't ask me why. Yeah, in World of Warcraft when the game launched, everyone was making hunter dwarf because they had a beard, you know, and they loved it. Oh. So here I will put it 23. 23 exalted dwarfs, yeah? Good. Let's price check something else. Let's price check this ring here, why not? Rings tend to be more expensive because are a flexible slot that can be used by a lot of builds. Which are the essential modifiers? Let's start with the basic. Maximum life, resistances, physical to attacks. These are the essential modifiers. And let me search. I know the price which I paid, but let's see. So this is around 32. You make an idea of the first listings. If something is too expensive, remember, means that either the guy was noob at price checking or it has the crazy modifiers, the ring. So these two are normal. So it's around 32 exalted orbs as it is. But you keep in mind that mine also has dexterity. And some builds need dexterity. Yeah. So what we can do here? Two things we can do. First of all, we can drop a modifier so more appear. And we keep in mind that our also has cold resistance, which drastically will increase the price. So based on what I'm seeing here, it will be around 45 exalted orbs, but I know that mine has extra resistances, yeah? This means that it's actually more than 45, it's around 70 exalted orbs, yeah? Let's take without cold, just without fire. You can open the trade website and see what this guy has here. Okay, let's see. Good physical damage, some cold, dexterity, physical damage, leeches life, maximum mana. This is cheap, we snatch it. Yeah, this is one of the methods used by me in order to make currency. I know when something gets listed for cheap, I will take it and I will list it higher. Yeah, I'm sharing secrets here. Price checking rares is essential in Path of Exile because you can get crazy rich with flipping. Especially because Path of Exile 2 just launched, so we have a lot of Sucky boys that really don't know the game. This is more than 10 exalted orbs, easy more than 10 exalted orbs. And I also want to show you a trick that you need to know with catalysts. So the jewelry in this game can be, you can apply catalyst in order to bump up certain modifiers. Now the problem is you want to apply catalyst only when they have good rolls. So for example, the life roll, it's decent but not very high. The resistance is decent but not very high. But I can do it for the physical damage to attacks. Wait a minute. So I need to find an attack modifier, this one. Let's price check it first, see if it's a waste. No, it's okay, it's okay. And I can bump it up. So look at my 11 to 23, yeah? 11 to 24, this is big. 25, 12 to 25, 12 to 26. Oh, I made it slight higher. There are a lot of guys that don't pay attention to the catalyst, especially now that the game just launched. And now let's price check it. Just because I made this higher, this is a good tip for all the Sucky boys. These are the good modifiers here, and we price check it. No result. Let's disable dexterity, but keep in mind that mine also has dexterity and life leech. So based on what I'm seeing here, this ring it's around 50 exalted orbs. Put it here. Actually it's 53, and if they don't sell in one day, I will go lower. So I will list this 53 exalted orbs. That's how I make most of my currency here. It's made by this. You know, this is a trick that you learn. Yeah, let's take the belt now. Let's price check. I'm doing various examples so you get used to it. First thing, you look at the essential modifiers. This is not essential, armor is too low, but also the implicit is important for the belt. People tend to prefer this belt with this implicit. Look why, if I disable this implicit, it will be much more cheaper. See? Around 30, 35. But because I have this implicit, which is top at the moment, a lot of guys want it, will be much more expensive. Look. Here I will disable the chaos resistance, which is also important for the price, and see what I get. So the chaos resistance on this belt makes it expensive. Chaos resistance is not that easy to cap, that's why. So based on what I'm seeing here, this belt is around 35 exalted orbs. Yeah, and you put it. And I repeat, you list it first for 35 exalted orbs. If this doesn't sell in 1-2 days, you lower. So after 2 days, you will go and put 31. The idea is you keep lowering them slightly until they sell. So even if your price check was not 100% accurate, you will eventually sell it because you keep lowering them. Yeah, this is how you need to do it. Let's take the helmet and we'll close it. This will be the last example. The essential modifiers will be maximum life and these resistances. Also, it's evasion, so it's a dexterity based. We have a lot of builds, especially dead eyes, that need with dexterity. That's why I'm saying. No results. We lower the life. So the step number 2, if you have no results, you lower the rolls until you see something. Good, now we have something. And you keep in mind that yours has better rolls. So based on what I'm seeing here, 30 exalted orbs, but I know that mine has better rolls. So most likely will be around 40. Yeah, but you need to keep in mind also that has 2 sockets. This is more advanced. So this helmet usually has 1 socket. But I apply a Val Orb, and I got lucky, 2 sockets. And because it has 2 sockets, actually this is 80 exalted orbs, because it's not easy, I risk it. Yeah, this is more advanced about the sockets and corruptions, but I will do a part 2. First you need to understand, when you drop an item in your maps, you want to price check it properly, yeah? Here another one, it's an example, let's see if I have more here. No. Good. For the uniques I explained, most of them are cheap, so you don't need to worry, you just do it fast. You search it fast. If it's 1 exalted orb, it's cheap, you move on. If it's more than, if it's 2 or 3, you will check the rolls, because means for that particular item, the rolls are important. Another example here. Well, why I've seen, let's put all. Now it's better. Very easy. Good. One more thing that I need to tell you. So when you price check here, and you search, here you have the price, yeah? But for some items, so here it's fixed 30. But for some items, for example, for catalyst here, when you search it, you will have this bar. Yeah? So this doesn't mean that it's 3 exalted orbs. It means that 3 pieces of this catalyst, neural catalyst, it's 1 exalted orb. If you have this bar here. Let's take another example in the price checking guide. Here it's another example. We search it. So means that 4 pieces of this, it's 1 exalted orb. So when you have this bar here, you need to pay close attention. So it doesn't mean that 1 piece it's 4 exalted orbs, means that 4 pieces it's 1 exalted orb, yeah? Let's take something else to demonstrate, maybe this one, artificial orb, search. Again, means that 4.5 pieces of artificial orbs are 1 exalted orbs, yeah? And when you don't have the bar, for example here the divine orb, means that it's fixed. So 1 divine orb is 40 exalted orbs. Many of you have questions, because I get it, you're new to the game and you have multiple questions. You can tag me in the guild Discord server, you go into general chat, you tag me, hey boss, I need help, and I will help you. And I'll go finish my coffee now on the balcony, and I want everyone to have a great day. Cheers and good luck.